Gringo, can you hear me now? There we go. Yeah, man, I'm just designing stickers and stuff. I didn't want to go live on my other channel. This channel I just put on so random people. This is the one I'm going to use to hook up my Nintendo to and game on, just for hanging out. I'm trying to order these stupid stickers and it's not working. Let's try this. Boom. I've tried it with PayPal like 5 times, so I hope they don't charge me 5 times and send me 1,500 stickers. Did that work? Boom, it worked. There we go. Order placed. Alright, cool. Brittany, I assume. No, if you can't hear it, it's it's the country playlist on Discord right now. Let's see. I don't really care if this one gets taken down or anything, but just something to listen to while I do it. So there's the first sticker. That one's done. I'm assuming you can see it. Yeah. So that's the first sticker. And then we're going to go do this one. So just bring this, make it bigger, copy, paste. It is very tedious, but I don't have like an expensive program to do it, so that's what I do. It actually doesn't take that long for what I can make out of it, you know what I mean? I've made all my stickers doing it this way. You just go to PCGS, get a high resolution photo, come in here, cut it all out, and pretty much that's what it is. But I also have a pen mouse that I can use if I want to, and it helps out on some things. But also, like, the harder the design, of course, the more it takes. Like, the more stuff on the design. Like the Morgan took me forever. Like, I can show you that one. Like this one, this took me forever, but it wasn't really too bad. This was obviously the first one I did, but yeah. I'm going to release them in kind of like the monetary order. Big Mill didn't go to work today. We were up on video chat till 5 in the morning this morning, my time. What you up to, Gringo? Just hanging out? Same as usual. Oh, nice. Trying to hang the Star Wars lights. What I'm talking about. I think it's awesome. Hell, I got a proof already. Come on now. Alright. Stickers are ordered. JM Bullion order just shipped. That's what I'm talking about. Nice. The skip wouldn't work. Oh, that's weird. I saw Antec. Antec was in there too, complaining about the music, so he left or something. I don't know. Whatever. It's whatever. You could just purge all the songs out of there and redo it. That one time when Alfred deleted like your whole entire queue, I was like, "What are you doing, dude? Like that's his life's work right there." And he's like, "It clogged up the bot." I was like, "Oh, I see." That's why I was like, "Let's not throw 100 songs in there." My Seeker was telling me last night about another bot to use for music, and I was like, I don't really care. I'm happy with what I got right now. There's like 3 people listen to it consistently anyways. Like me, you, and Peggy. That's pretty much it. It works, yeah. I'm okay with it. I hear a neighbor rolling in their garbage can. Garbage man skipped mine again this week. Little bastards. All right, man. See you later. What's up, Nubs? A lot of pink here on the screen for you. I am making the the member stickers. I'll show you here in a second once we get there. This is the fourth one today. So it's going to be a set of, what, 16? Something like that. 16 stickers I'm going to send out like every other month or something like that. Like every 2 months that they're members, or, you know, something. I don't know. We'll come up with a schedule on when to send them out. I just did Lincoln, and now this is an Indian head. That looks interesting. Yeah, I'll show you. So this is a super, super close-up view. And what I'm doing is just cutting out the background. Slowly but surely. It's tedious, but it works. Really doesn't take that long compared to what you actually get out of it. I don't want to pay for a super expensive program, and I don't want to pay people to make my own stickers, so I'll just do it myself. This is just paint on the computer. It's literally just the paint thing on Windows. And I'll show you, I'll bring it to PowerPoint and finish making the sticker in there. This one's almost done. Yep, just paint. That's why, so I was gonna do a video on this a long time ago on just how to use inexpensive and free programs to do this stuff, because a lot of computers now like have PowerPoint on them, and that's what I use for making all my thumbnails. That's what I use for making all my stickers, everything. Paint just helps me to cut out backgrounds and stuff like that, and I'll show you why I'm doing it in pink here in a second. You could do any other bright color or whatever. Yeah, when you showed me that Canva app today, I went and looked at it, and you can't do what I'm doing here, cutting out backgrounds. So if I had like Photoshop, which is like $400, I could probably do it pretty quick, but this really, I'm okay with doing it this way. One, you actually learn, you're practicing a skill, you actually learn what you're doing, instead of just letting the computer do it for you. But yeah, if I had Photoshop, it'd probably take me a year to master it. And this one is super, super simple. I'm sure once I mastered Photoshop, then it would take me 10 minutes to make something like this, but this one's really only taken me 20 minutes so far. And then once we get it done, it'll be pretty much done. See, I'm almost to the other end of it. Ooh, Barbie girl. Can you hear the music? Yep. And you could download a TubeBuddy as well to help you make thumbnails also, if you want. TubeBuddy's free to download, and then if you want, I have the code somewhere for, you pay like $39 and it's a lifetime TubeBuddy for life. You don't ever have to pay it again. because usually it's a subscription service that you have to pay for, but we got a code that allows you to buy it for life, and it's TubeBuddy Pro, that for one price you can have it for life. Alright, almost done. Nice. Yeah, I could send that to you if you wanted it. The TubeBuddy, if you haven't checked it out, it's free to use the basic version of it, and you could create thumbnails, you can put the tags in your videos, all that kind of stuff. Go around, make sure I didn't miss anything. This looks super pixelated right now, but once I put it on the picture, on the sticker, you'll never see it. Alright, here we go. PowerPoint. We will delete that guy, put this guy, oops. Go back to paint. Forgot to change this to pink. All, copy, PowerPoint, delete, paste. And now, so this, I can go into format, color, set transparent color, pick pink, and now it's a PNG file. So there we have the next one. And then where do we need to put? I think the year is fine where it's at. Yeah, I'll show you the other ones too. So this is the Lincoln one I just did. There's that one. And I've got this one. There's going to be a flying eagle. I'll do that one next. And then of course all these other ones. So the B-nickel, the buffalo, Jefferson, Merc dime. So there's 3 dimes, 2 quarters, 3 half dollars, and then $3. So this one, you got the Morgan already. So I should put it like that. But yep. I was thinking about going to get the actual Morgan font here, but I just kind of decided to leave it alone. So yep. Oh, when you came in, somebody else came in too, and then they left. All good. Alright, so actually this one needs to be más grande, bigger. Copy that, go to paste, delete, paste, as long as it fits within. Boom. There was 3 for a bit. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, this is a channel that if you accidentally run across it, you're not going to stay here and watch this. You know what I mean? So it's whatever. I didn't really do it to get people to come watch anyways. I mean, they can watch if they want, but I think this one will look cool. But yeah, if I happen to stumble across the live stream of a guy designing stickers, I'd probably just skip it too. I was hoping like Big Mill would come in or something because he needs to see how to do this for how to design his emojis and stuff. For show. Try to get as close as I can so there's a lot less lines I gotta put in. And I was really like torn on whether for the buffalo nickel to do the buffalo or to do the Indian head. And I think, what did I pick? Yeah, I picked to do the Indian head because all the other ones are the heads, you know? So, I don't know. I know people usually go with the buffalo, but I was just like, I think I'm going to stick with the heads and do it that way. Because the Indian on the buffalo nickel never gets represented. Like, never. It's always just the buffalo. So I could do that. Zoom in. When are these stupid premiums going away? I don't know, man. I bought a whole bunch last night, and I don't think... The thing is, the premiums aren't going to go away to the point of... Let's say this. The premiums will go down when the spot price goes back up. So my thing is people complain about paying $22 to $25 for an ounce of silver, a silver round, when the spot price is low, but when the spot price goes back up, they'll pay $25 all day. So my thing is like, I know I'm gonna pay that anyways, so I'm probably just gonna pay it. You know what I mean? Like, their family's got to eat too. I mean, I get like why people are upset because they're like, you know, silver price is high, whatever, but you know, and I truly do believe that some of the places are actually out of stock, but I also believe that there's some being held, which it's a smart business move if so. Actually, I should probably leave that shadow there. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, I know I'm gonna buy it anyways because I have to have it for the stream. So like I know I'm gonna have it, and then also for my collection, there's some stuff that right now that I want for my personal collection is still at a lower price than it was. So I'm just gonna buy it. You know, like the Geiger I got. The Geiger I got was $22 for a 1 ounce. That never happens. Never happens. I don't know what a Geiger is right now. After they adjusted all the premiums and stuff. But I'll tell you right now, I got 2 Geigers at 28 bucks. And let's actually check. So a Geiger, 1 ounce Geiger right now. Okay, so that one doesn't even list a price because they say they're sold out. This one, 1 ounce Geiger. Come on. One ounce Geiger, $21.50 right now. But obviously out of stock. So I get $21.50 because of military discount. But the thing is, people are going to get super mad at that. The Leaf Privies. I really want some of the Leaf Privies and the 2 ounce Canadian Kraken. Or the Kraken. Yeah. Right. So here's the thing for 90% as well. 90%, Rob and I and Big Mill had this conversation last night. 90% may end up being higher priced than a lot of silver rounds for a long time because there's only so many 90s in the world. They're not making more, you know. And the thing is that collectors now are starting to hoard them even more because they see that the value is going to start getting higher and higher and higher. So 17, 18 times face may start being a norm. You know what I mean? It might be a normal thing to start getting that. And when, you know, we're used to paying anywhere from 12 to 15 depending on the coin and depending on the person selling it, we're getting spoiled to the point of now once it starts becoming something that is no longer available, we're going to be paying a lot more for it. Because a lot of silver and gold dealers, when they buy it, they're going to go and get it melted. They're going to go get it refined and get it melted for the silver price. And then that silver goes back into making silver bars and rounds. So a silver bar and round, you're always going to have the same price on it. It's always going to be a little bit above spot. Of course, then you have the premium ones too. So you buy a silver round, you're always only going to get that silver spot price out of it if you decide to sell it. It's not going to appreciate in value. Some silver rounds appreciate in value with age, but they're not ever going to appreciate in value like Constitutional will. When did you put your JM order in? I just put in another one last night and said it already shipped. And I haven't, I've never bought from SD, and because I only stick with JM because they do military discount. APMEX said absolutely not. SD, I don't think I got a response back from them. So I was like, alright, well, they must not do it, you know. Of course, I'm going to take advantage of that. So, like a month ago? Dang. Well, I guess if it's constitutional and they're waiting for the constitutional to get there, then that could be the issue. But mine was mostly silver bars and rounds. I don't think I bought any constitutional because I find it cheaper. I find constitutional cheaper on Instagram and on Discord. People selling it on Discord. Also I'll get with other streamers and stuff, and the ones that don't do coin roll hunting, or they do coin roll hunting for themselves, they don't do it for live streams. So I'll get with them and say, hey, do you want to sell your 40s? All the 40s you found, do you want to sell them? And usually they'll be willing to sell them if they don't want to keep them, or if they want to keep like the nicest ones they found, and then the rest I'll buy or something. But it's just looking around and getting to know people. And Instagram's a great thing, because if you get enough people on Instagram, so Silver Chimp on Instagram just started posting a lot of stuff a couple of days ago. He had like a 2-day auction of pretty much all of his stock. He sold 5 boxes. He sold 5 boxes of 5 monster boxes, of ASEs in 2 days. And he had a minimum order of 2 rolls for $833. So that's $416.50 divided by 20 rounds. So it's $20 a round. Yep, always trade to 40s. Yeah, so 40s are they're harder to get, and people don't really want them. I mean, some people do want them if they're not trying to make money off them, or if they're not trying to collect them. But a 40, 100% of the time, you'll never get melt for it, because it takes so much more effort to refine it, to get that silver out of it. You'll never ever get melt for it. When I sold 10 rolls of them a long time ago, and I was broke, and the shop was like, "What are you trying to get for them?" I'm like, "Melt, maybe." And they were like, "Oh yeah, you're not getting melt." I was like, "Great, thanks." Yeah, I take 40s. If I get a chance, I take 40s too. I got like 4 rolls of them right now, but I paid a pretty good price for them, so I can't complain. And that was the thing where the guy who offered them to me was like, "Well, how many rolls do you need?" I'm like, "How many you got?" Because when he told me a price, I was like, "Whatever you got. Whatever you want to get rid of, I'll take it." So it's pretty nice. But yeah, I'm going to be streaming this Wednesday too, because I have enough silver to go around, because I actually because I changed the tiers, so I go through less rounds now. I have enough 90s and 40s to make it happen, enough dimes now. So I started with, I think, 3 rolls, 3.5, 2.5 rolls of dimes last night. I still have 2 rolls. Keep taking. Oh, Big Mill's proof quarters. Yeah. He loves those proof quarters. And I think the thing is that George, his coin guy, has so many of them that, he can get them pretty easily, pretty readily. And people do like the proof stuff. I'm not big on proofs, but whatever. My thing is with proofs is I would try to keep them nice, and there's no way to do that unless you flip them up, and I'm not going to waste flips on them. I'm already out of flips. I actually should have went and ordered those right now, but I guess I'll wait. Yeah, so the way I had things priced, and then all the stuff that I put into the rolls as well, I was losing money. So I was like, probably not a great idea. Especially then when it comes to shipping, and I got to take money out of my bank account to add to PayPal just to ship. Especially on some of those rounds now, the price to replace is nuts. Some of them I got for a good price, but the price to replace those rounds is what I'm looking at. Kind of like a gas station. You're not paying for the gas they paid for. You're paying for the price to replace it. run numbers from last night either. I don't think he gets them for regular 90. No, he gets a good deal on his constitutional. He never tells me exactly the percentage or the times face value, but yeah, I think he said it on stream like a couple times where he'll walk in there and George will be like giving somebody 5 times face for something, and they think it's great because they're like, oh, 5 times the face value, and then Big Mill's like, yo, let me buy that for like 8 times, and he's like, oh no, 13 times. Like, come on, dude, you just paid 5 times for it. Come on. Yep, exactly. So you remember the OG22 giveaway? I had somebody comment on that saying, man, you must have made a lot of money off of views and must have made a lot of money off of this. All this is just about making money. I'm like, well, dude, first of all, I actually don't even think, was I monetized at that point? I'm not sure if I was. But I'll have to go back and watch the stream, see if there was like super chats or anything. I don't think I was monetized. But the thing was is that I corrected that person in the comments, and I was like, actually, dude, I lost $200 doing this giveaway because of all the stuff that I donated and all the shipping that I paid for. Shipping cost me $400. So, I mean, yeah, some people sent in money for shipping, which was awesome. It was great, but I didn't ask for it. You know what I mean? If I would have asked for it, yeah, I probably could have been fine. But the thing was, that wasn't part of it, because not everybody's going to be like, well, I'm going to pay to ship it to you, and then I got to pay to ship it to the winner too. So that's why the next one we do, I'm going to do the same stipulation, is that you pay to ship it to me, and that's it. You don't have to pay to ship it to the winner. I'll pay to ship it to the winner. If you want to add something to the package, you can. I don't care, but I'm not asking for it. So, yeah, I'm not worried about it. But it was just so funny that, oh, you're a streamer, you're rich. Huh. Roger that. Whatever you think, man. Alright, let's do this. So the next giveaway is going to be a 1 ounce giveaway. And it's going to be either 1 ounce or 3 90s of your choice. So I'm not going to put a price on it. I'm going to say 1 ounce or 3 90s. And that way people that like to do constitutional, like Rob, he likes constitutional. Yeah. My Make Stickers proof was done relatively. I just, when I finished that Lincoln sticker a bit ago, I went and ordered them, and then I got an email right back saying your proof is ready. So, did you, well, I don't know what design you're using, if you use that one that you sent me, but did you check no white outline? Because they might put a white outline on it. They did that on one of my last ones, and I responded back, said please don't put a white outline. But either way, it depends on if you care about it or not. I don't really. I just don't want a big white outline. I'd rather have the sticker use up as much space as it can to be the sticker, not to be the white outline. On Teespring, I put a sticker option on there too. And I think it's like a 4-inch or 5-inch sticker, so it's a little bit bigger. And black bleed, yep. And so what I did was Alfred R wanted a sticker. I said, all right, cool. Well, here's the deal. Teespring stickers cost a lot less to send to Canada than it does for me to take one of my stickers and mail it to him. So I was like, I'm just going to order a Teespring sticker for him. So I did it that way. And of course, I set the price on those. So really all I had to do was make my own discount code and not have to pay any profit. All the profit that I did pay is like $2 profit or something. Goes right back to me in the end anyway, so it's whatever. And it's a bigger sticker, so was thinking about making OG22 hoodies, but nobody's bought anything already anyway, so I was like, well, maybe not, you know. Maybe nobody wants to buy it anyway, so. There's a lot of stuff I've wanted to do, but thing is not a lot of people buy stuff from the crew, so I was like, whatever. I'm not going to put in a whole bunch of extra effort if nobody wants anything, so. Oh yeah, I'm sure. It's just like the thing is, like I understand with the memberships, you know, that people are like, why would I want to pay just to have emojis? You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. I do. I was kind of the same way, but like I lowered membership on some, I've raised membership on some. Like I went and did it for Michael Kittle, and then once I get paid, I'm gonna go do the full membership on his because he offers a 2 foot by 3 foot poster of a Lincoln cent, so or a wheat cent. So I was like, all right, cool. So I might go do his for the full one. I think it's $19.99 or something. But oh yeah, why is YouTube charging you $30 monthly? Yeah, I understand that. I understand, but like you know, like me, Big Mill, Rob, Seeker, like we're all members to each other, so it balances out. Like yeah, eventually we're giving YouTube $3 a month. You know what I mean? Because it does take actually $6 a month because it does take 30%. But in the end, I'm paying $20. They're paying $20. You know, or whatever. Depends on what level I am on each one. Like Big Mill, I gave him shit because we have $20 tiers, but he's got a $25 tier. I was like, you greedy bastard. I was like, you couldn't just do a $20 tier like us normal people? And he was like, dude, I didn't even pay attention to the price. I'm like, come on, man. But yeah, so I did that one for him. I was like, whatever, dude. It's fine. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not worried about it. You know, like people are gonna join, they're not gonna join. Like, it's just cool. And like the money can go back into giveaways and stuff. You know, like super chat money. Like Raven does all his super chat money, he balances out at the end when whatever he gets for super chats goes right back into giveaways. That's why he's got some pretty cool giveaways lately. Like that, what was it? That graded V nickel he did. Sounds Big Mill-ish. You're right. Yeah. I just gave him so much crap for it. Whatever, dude. Like, whatever, man. love this song because it's actually an army running cadence. We used to sing it all the time. Well, some units still do. I don't. Yeah, I have to go into work tomorrow. They text me this morning, but it's for 3 hours or something. I have to go check IDs at the store, making sure people aren't coming in from off base to buy stuff on base, because it goes in back into the rationing that we only get enough supplies for how many people are on base. And say we have something, like say we have toilet paper and Walmart doesn't, people will bring their relatives and their friends on post to buy that stuff. And it's like, dude, come on, man. Like, there's only a certain amount of soldiers on here. We only get so much. And then it takes a while to get it back in. But I can imagine your situation, like, working a lot and then getting like, all right, well, I guess we're not working now. I was talking to Rob Big Mill last night. I was like, this is why I don't really say anything about people that are losing their wages right now. You know what I mean? Because I am glad of my situation, that I'm going to continue to get paid. A lot of people need to take advantage of unemployment, and a lot of people are too proud for it. Yeah, people have been doing it for years. You know, I would be a liar to say I haven't done it, because when I was in Germany, Christina's sister wanted American bread. She wanted American bread. She's like, like white bread. And they don't have that over there. And she's like, I just want to try it. Like, or she knew she liked it or whatever. Like, I think it was like Iron Kids bread or something. Or another one. I don't know. But anyway, so we went on base to get her bread. And I was thinking like one loaf. And she bought like 10. I'm like, well, that's not obvious, And especially in Germany, we have an agreement with the German government that we will use our grocery stores first on base before we go into theirs. But then again, they don't really care, so. Getting paid, but not as much. Yeah, I'm glad that employers will still pay people. Now some states I'm sure have probably mandated it, but they have insurance that covers that stuff, so that's why you have unemployment insurance. It's why you have all that stuff. I used to get hurt all the time in the kitchen, and my boss would always yell at me for like not taking days off, and I'm like, well, I got to make money, dude. He's like, that's why I got workman's comp, man. He's like, you just file how many hours you missed because of it, and you'll still get paid. He's like, it doesn't even come out of my pocket; it comes out of the insurance. I was like, oh, okay. Workman's comp's great. Now it doesn't really help the hundreds of stitches I've had in my hands, but whatever. Like, I think Asa said he was starting to get paid from his job finally, which is really good because he's got, kids and stuff to take care of and trying to move houses and get a new house and all that stuff. And then last night he said he had tornadoes and yeah. Craziness. Yeah. Well, it's a lot of work. Well, I mean, I don't know. Thinking about it, if you print flyers, but everywhere is sold out of everything, or I don't know. I guess businesses are closed. What are you gonna print flyers for? You know, minus people announcing that they're closed. You know, or maybe businesses that are still open saying, "Oh, we're still open." You know. So I don't know. I don't really know what your scope of work is, but just trying to spitball. Think about that one. If everywhere is closed, there's nothing to advertise. Yeah. Why put stuff on sale? Yep. Oh, I see. Did you do the Sears catalog or the JCPenney catalog? I used to love JCPenney catalogs. They had everything in them. They had like 500-page catalog every year. The winter Christmas catalog. My mom used to work at JCPenney's during the holidays, so she'd have money to buy gifts and stuff. I remember that. We used to go in there. Oh, shit. We used to go in there and we would have our family pictures taken at JCPenney's. And then instead of buying school pictures, because Jostens cost so much, we would get them done at JCPenney's. That's awesome. I wish Toys R Us was still around. Toys R Us catalog was pretty cool too. Almost there. JCPenney's pictures, yep. I still have one, I think, of when I like they have all those like little props and stuff behind the screen, and like I have a picture of my mom said it was like one of the worst days that she ever had to deal with me. I was being a little brat, I guess, and I was crying and running around the store and all that stuff. And you could see in the picture, my face is like beet red from crying. Of course, I was really young, but and they finally like gave me a football to sit still, and yeah, that was pretty funny. My mom always tells me I was a pain in the butt kid. That's fine. That's fine. Sure, once I have kids someday, I'll have to deal with it. I mean, I've had it before, but the son I had before, he actually was not a pain at all. He was a good kid. It's all good. Oh, so another idea I had for what I'm going to be doing soon. I think I'll do it next. I actually could do it tonight. What time is it? Oh, it's too late. I'm going to start doing live mail calls. Like maybe like Saturday, something. Saturday afternoon. Because like Saturday's the last day you can get mail for the week. Like this is all the mail I've got for the week, whatever. Instead of making a video out of it. Do that. Yeah. Well, so a lot of guys that I know on Instagram, they do live mail calls. I actually thought of doing it on Instagram, but I don't have a big Instagram presence. I have like a third of the followers on Instagram that I do here. Of course, out of the 1,500 subscribers I have, 30 of them watch it, so you know it's whatever. But it's just, I think people would be more interested in the live stream than watching a video, because a lot of people, they see a mail call video and they're like, whatever, I didn't send anything, so I'm not gonna watch it. But if I do it live, then people can have more of an interaction and see, you know, how you react to things, and you can tell them thank you right there instead of just doing a video for it. Oh yeah, Carson's are great. Like the last one he did, he had like 30 ounces of silver on that one. That was a really good one from the CHC packages. Holy moly. I was like, wow, dude, that's a lot. He's like, yeah, that was quite a bit. Like maybe a little too much, you think? No, no. Okay. I'm just glad Customs doesn't mess with him too much. But I don't know. I know they open it to look at it, but I don't think he's had to pay for it too many times. I know I sent him a 10-ounce bar that he bought off of me, and Customs didn't make him pay for a single thing. So that was really good that they didn't do anything. Because technically they should. They should tax him for it, but... yeah. I hear you. I think I've got enough right now to be good for like 5 or 6 streams. Well, except for Constitutional. I need to call the coin shop, see if they'll mail me some. Alright, I think we're done. Nope, we're not. Dang it. Oh no, I don't have that problem. I do hear it from Christina though. How much did you get this week? Well, so I do hear it, but I don't hear it in the married sense of you're spending our money type of thing. Yet. Yeah. That'll be a while. She actually gave me crap for wearing a ring, and she doesn't have a ring. I was like, well, it's not a wedding ring. She's like, oh, I know. There we go. Copper. You want Chinese food? Yeah, Chinese food would be good. Now, there is, if you go to the store, those P.F. Chang's things in a bag. Those are really cool. Those are really, really nice. I like those. I want the design as close as that as I can get. What did Big Mo say? Big Mo sent me a message. Oh, he got his Big Mill got his silver in. Alright, so there's that one. One thing I forgot to do that I'm going to do on this one. One thing I forgot to do was add oh well, yeah, you know, it's whatever. I mean, the thing is, like, I get it, like, people, whatever, with the Chinese people, but the thing is, like, they didn't do it to you. You know what I mean? They didn't do it. But, you know, people come up with any excuse to not like somebody. Yep. They were here cooking yummy food. Giving me all that MSG that I've always wanted. Love it. This is what I forgot on the other one. Tactical play button. Yep. And then we go into format. We change it to, where's it at? Here it is. Lighter color. Make it dark. Oh no, I don't want that. There we go. A little too bright. There we go. So now we copy that. Go to here. We paste that here. That's fine. Paste it here. As the mint mark. Yep. So there's those. And then we go up to the Morgan. The Benji. Forgot that one. The Walker. Hello. Yep. There we go. That's the original size of the photo. So right now this is 12 to, that's 13 inches across, 13 inches tall. So then when I make it the sticker size, the detail is really, really good. Seeker called me out. On what? Called me out on the music channel or what? I don't really care. Or was it was it during his last video he just put up? Because I told him last night, I was like, you need to start something. I said you need to start a hashtag on the internet saying, excuse me, that for the breaker bars, you need to start like the breaker bar challenge.
Have a really cool Valcanby Swiss 50-gram combi bar. And what it means by combi bar is this is a 50-gram gold bar that is separated into 50 1-gram chunks. They're all still sealed together, and if you open this up, it is still one bar. But as you can see, they have lines where they are pressed down so you can separate these into 1-gram chunks. You can also break them off into 5-gram strips. I haven't seen my silver chunks away. All right, so let's not wait any longer, guys. It is time to get this beautiful gold, very soft metal, as you know. Don't want to hit the gold again.
It's the longest video in the world.
To not nick them up, so we're going to do our best to not nick them up. Now we've cut along the top, and now as you can see, I am wearing gloves. I do not want to scrape this up. And there we go. So let's go ahead and get the rest of the packaging out of the way and take a look. This is incredibly beautiful out of the scratched up packaging.
It's 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
Gold at 999.9. Even has a serial number in the bottom left corner. Let's get our scale out here. We're going to put the plastic tray on top and gently place this on here. Back down to 0. Back on the tray. 50.3. So it is slightly heavier to go ahead and break a chunk breaking. Now as you can see, we do have the lines here. On the back, you can tell that this is meant to be bent either back or forward, although it looks like it's going to be easier to
now I gotta go buy a fractional bar
I've
to
never
do
done
this.
one of these gold ones before. I've done a silver one before. But again, gold being a very soft metal, I imagine this isn't going to be much trouble at all. So let's go ahead and gently, and as you can see, guys, it is bending very, very easily. We'll bend this back. Now, gold, compared to silver, is also very malleable. And what that means is it's very easy to bend back into in and out of shape without breaking. So as you can see, the silver bar would have already cracked off at this point, but we are moving our gold back and forth just to create a bit of friction and heat it up so it actually separates. And it is getting looser as I continue to do this. It is now starting to separate, and there we go. All right, so now we have what should be a 5-gram gold strip. So let's go ahead and grab our scale back out. We'll get this out of the way very gently. And you can see we are still on grams. We're going to hit tear just to make sure.
Yeah, I think the challenge is to break a bar because we talked about it last night.
This on there, and as you can see, I almost separated.
And he was like, well, I have a gold one he's doing. And I said, dude, you should have started like a hashtag.
1-gram strips are now exactly correct. They are
should have started like a hashtag, you know, for hashtag breaker bar challenge, you know. And
it's at $17, $20, $55. And
we could have.
There you go, guys. That is our gold breaker bar challenge. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Now, I do want to do one really quick shout out on my silver breaker bar challenge. I did not actually challenge anybody, so I am now going to challenge JW's Coins and Hobbies to get himself a silver breaker bar and break it apart. And then after he does it in his video, he should challenge somebody as well. So
there we go.
A whole lot of fun. But anyway, guys, this was a lot of fun for me. It was neat seeing these be separated like so, and you know, seeing if they weigh exactly what they're supposed to weigh. Plus, you have to admit that is a very beautiful sight. There is 45 grams of gold right there in that gorgeous bar, and man, that is gorgeous. All right, guys, so we are going to separate these off camera. I'm going to separate the bars into flips. We're going to tape them closed so that I can keep these nice and sealed. and keep them from hitting each other, banging each other up, scratching each other, and things like that. So anyway, guys, once again, like I said, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope to see you in the next one. And if you haven't done so yet, make sure you like and subscribe. We will see you next time. Hey, thank you so much for watching.
So let's see what my options are for buying a fractional bar. That's an expensive one. That's not even fractional. Alright, I found one. Oh, let's see here. $1K. I'm not looking at your chat right now. Let's see. Alright, man. Have a good night. Oh, Basement streaming right now? Okay, I'll probably head over there and just stop this stream. See you in a bit.